already like told you to chill out because you were being too aggressive. There's no reason why I should be coming home and now I'm injured because I was hanging out with you. Nah.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like control.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lisi and I'm back again with another video. And not only a video, a story time. And I know y'all see the title of the story. Worst date ever. Not only was it the worst date ever, but I left the date injured. Like, where they do that at? And before I even get into the story time, you already know what I'm gonna say. Before you even continue any further with this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, so I can continue growing and reaching more people. And I know y'all can see today, girl, I'm in my natural tresses because girl, I've been waking up at 6 o'clock every day. I'm tired. It's late. Just take me as I am. If y'all can't take me as I am, then y'all can't take me at all. Period. Make sure y'all tap in with me on my social medias. I'm Liddy Titty over on Instagram. 2 Instagrams, mind you, my personal and my business. If you a girly and you watching this video, I do makeup, as y'all can see from my name, Lisi MUA. So if you need your little face beat, hit me up, girl. And if you found me off of YouTube, you gonna get a discount. So you might as well book, you might as well like, comment, subscribe if you're here, boo. Period. Let's get into the story time. This took place about 3 years ago, I want to say. And this story is the definition of two, like, don't go on dates and don't date people that you work with, because if stuff don't work out, you're going to still have to see their face and it's going to be awkward. So yeah, this is how this basically went down. So it was a time in my life I was working at Ghetto Behind Applebee's, and I got a whole bunch of stories for Applebee's personally. And it was this guy in there. He like, and mind you, I worked at 2 Applebee's, y'all. So this is the first one. So just keep that in y'all heads for future reference. It was this guy in there and he was like fresh off the boat, okay? And if you don't know what fresh off the boat means, he was fresh off the boat. Like, he just came from the next country. And which country he came from? He came from capital J-A, Jamaica. So he was a yard man, yardie.
Yard man style this. Everything me I do, yard man style. Yard man style me I did it. You know what I mean?
Full-blown accent, all of that. And I was like, you know, intrigued because I never had like a yard man. Like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. So, you know, we would converse here and there at the job. Like, I think he started at this point when we started getting into conversation and talking to each other, like outside of work, he probably was at the job for, I want to say, 2-3 months. Okay, cool. So then it came to a point where he was like, oh, do you want to go out on a date? I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go out. And mind you, this is not even the standards that I uphold today. But like I said, y'all, this was like about 3 or maybe it was 4 years ago, because I'm pretty sure I was 20 when this happened and I'm 24 now. So it was 4 years ago. I lied. So, all right. He's like, oh, where do you want to go for your date? I'm like, for the date. I was like, okay, do you want to go to Dave & Buster's? Because he was one of those dudes that didn't just come up with the options. He was not one of those that where it was like, get dressed, come outside, be ready at 8 p.m. There's going to be a car waiting for you. Go in the car, there's roses, chocolates. No, it wasn't that. I had to come up with what we was going to do. So I was like, all right, let's go to Dave & Buster's. So the most convenient Dave & Buster's is the one in Times Square in the city. And he didn't have no car. So of course, yeah, we're gonna go to the Times Square one. But if he had a car, we probably would have went to the Long Island one. All right, cool. So of course, we taking a train out there to the city. All right, cool. We link up. We on a train now. We're on our way. Bada bing, bada boom. We get to the Dave & Buster's. We eat. Here's where the vibes was like off at first. So we at the table, we sitting down. And you know when you just don't have like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna say like we didn't have no, we didn't really have a connection. I was just single and mingling, y'all. Like, it was not no real connection. You like, you know, if you sitting at a table with somebody and like there's moments where it's just silence, where y'all just like blah 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 blah. Okay. That's kind of what was going on. Then I tried to order a drink. They dubbed me in the spot. And I'm like, yo, like, I turned 21 in 2 months. Like, y'all not gonna give me a drink? All right, cool. So we ate what we ate. He paid for the food. Okay, cool. Ain't have no issue with that. Then we went to go play the games. You know, because it's Dave and Buster's. So we playing the games. Hey, y'all, when I tell y'all everything is going good, everything is going good and decent for this date. Now, if you watch my first story time, you should know that I went to school near Times Square. Only for 1 year in my high school. I went to school near Times Square. And I was very familiar with the area. And I think around this time, it was like springtime, because my birthday's in June and this is like 2 months before my birthday. So yeah, it was definitely spring. It wasn't cold, but it wasn't hot. It was like a decent amount of weather for you to feel like okay being outside, like you wasn't gonna be shivering. So there's a pier. Y'all remember the pier? If you watched the first story, the pier was near where we was at. And you know, I had my ganja ready to go. Okay, so after the date, I don't know why I'm stumbling. That's how you know I'm tired and hungry. So after the date, I was like, oh yeah, let's go to the pier so that I can smoke. Now here was a pet peeve with him too. Here was the first like major red flags. You know what they be saying about Jamaican dudes, right? No offense if you Jamaican, but from what I've heard, especially like the guys who's from Jamaica, like they're a bit controlling, they're cheaters, they ain't ish. And if you a guy who's Jamaican, like, I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm Trini, so I could talk about other Caribbean countries. Okay? Period. Boom. I was seeing like a little bit of controlling factors in him. And it's like, I'm looking at him like, sir, like, this is our first date. Why do I say that? Because he didn't smoke. He wasn't a smoker. And I'm like, how you from Jamaica but you don't smoke? Okay. So, whatever. He didn't really like the fact that I was smoking, but I think he drank. Here we go. If you watch the last story time, girls trip gone left. Why is it that people have an issue with people who like to smoke, but they take part in drinking alcohol, which is way worse for your body than weed? Can somebody answer the questions for me? Because the math is not mathing at all. All right. Whatever. We still on our way to the pier. It's like, sir, are you gonna come or you not gonna come? Okay, you coming? All right, bet. So we go to the pier. I got my mess. Puff, 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 puff. Not doing no puff, puff, pass, because as we know, he's not into that. So, you know, it coming to the point where he started getting a little like touchy-feely. And I'm not, you know, rejecting it, because I was low-key kind of with it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was with the antics. So it comes to the point now where, you know, we start doing a kiss, kiss, hi, hi, bye, bye. And not nothing crazy, you know, just some, you know what I'm saying? Like we in the back of the movie theater or something, just kiss, kiss. And I think, I forgot which body part. I really don't remember which body part it was first. But he squeezed, like, let's say it was like my arm, or like, let's say it was like my butt area. He squeezed, right? And I'm soft, so it's like, I'm not mad if somebody, you know, wanna, you know what I'm saying? Because it's cloud 9. It's giving cloud 9, okay? But he squeezed, and then he just did it like a little bit too hard. I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, yo, like, chill, like that don't feel good, like that don't feel good, like what are you doing, bro? So he chilled off, like, y'all, like, I don't know if I was the first girl he ever went on a date with, or he was a virgin. I really don't know. Like, I don't know if like he was just frustrated and he was just extra excited. Like, he was just extra excited. And I don't know what he thought was gonna go down. But it's like, we're outside on the pier. and it's nighttime. I don't know what type of girl you think I am, but we not going to second, third, fourth base out here. Okay, so I have him back off because I like at this point now, I'm like, yeah, nah, he's being like a bit too aggressive for my liking. Now it's at a point where old dude, you know what I just realized, y'all? I didn't even give him a name. Let's just call him J.A. Or actually, let's call him Oxtail. Because, you know, he from J.A. So, Oxtail, he's still like, he being frisky. You know, he's still being frisky. And I'm just trying to smoke my L at this point because it's like he already done squeezed me. Child, I forgot about a certain part, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it right next. So now it comes to a point now, he's like, come on, da 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 da. And y'all, why does he squeeze the life of my left tata? Right? He squeezed it so hard that it felt like he thought that this was a water balloon and he was trying to squeeze the water out.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
And he had like nails too. Y'all know when guys fake be growing out their nails a little bit so it's a little sharp around the edges? He had nails too. Like when let's pretend this is it. He was like y'all, when I tell you that was like the most painful experience of my life, like when he did it, I was like, ow! What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because it's like, at this point, I already like told you to chill out because you were being too aggressive. And now it's like, you're just doing stuff for your own satisfaction at this point. Like, you're not even thinking about like how it's gonna feel for me, because who told you that was okay for you to squeeze somebody's tata like it's a water balloon? Like, y'all, like, I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this feeling. I only experienced this one time in my life, but I don't know if anyone has ever experienced this feeling to even remotely know what I'm talking about. I feel like for guys, you could compare it to like if they get kicked in the balls or whatever. Maybe it's equivalent to that. But I was at this point, I was like, oh no, this is done. This is done. What we're not about to do is this, because my thing is that if you're doing this now, imagine if I took it to second, third, fourth, and fifth base with you, I would be in literal pain. I would be in literal pain because right now we're just doing some like middle school stuff and you can't control your urge. So at this point, I'm completely turned off because it's like, why would you do that? So now I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, like, let's wrap it up. I want to go. Like, I'm ready to go. You're doing too much. Like, that really hurt me. Like, it hurt to the point where my shit was throbbing, y'all. Like, it was literally throbbing. Like, where they do that at? Where do they do that at? All right, he's Oxtail, he's trying to cop up a plea. He's like, oh, come on, like let's I'm like, no, I want to go. I want to go. Like, what didn't you hear about? I want to go. Like, I'm ready to go. He's like, all right. Like, yeah, like, no, like you're doing too much. So now, y'all, we take the train back to our borough, Queens get the money. And the whole like train ride back, like I'm not even saying nothing to him. I put my music in my ear. I'm like, yo, like I cannot wait to disperse from this man. So finally we getting off the train now, and at this point I'm already texting a whole other dude because y'all, I was single. I'm still single to this day. You gotta have your options lined up, okay? So I'm texting a whole other dude that I was talking to at the time. I'm like, yo, like, I just went out on a date with this dude and he just did some weird stuff, like, what you doing? Like, I need a blunt after all this. Setting up a whole next link with another guy. So when we had got out the train, I think I had called the other dude and I'm like, yeah, I just got off the train. X, Y, and Z, da da da, right in front of his face. I didn't care, because my thing is, he should have known from my reaction, like, that this was done. Like, we're not moving forward with anything. I'm good, love, and joy. So he looking at me, he's like,
who's that you on the phone with?
excuse me? None of your business. None of your business who I'm on the phone with, because I'm not your girl. Haven't been, never will be, won't be in the next life. No. Went to the next dude's house, smoked my ganja with him, and, you know, simmer down for the rest of the night. Once my smoke session is done, I go home, and you know what you do when you go home after being out on public transportation, just outside, take a shower. Okay, y'all, why when I go in the shower, there is a stinging sensation on my left titty? Why the shit, why? Why is it stinging? I'm like, that's off. Like, it don't normally sting. Like, do I have a cut over there or something? Y'all, why when I get out the shower, I like look to see what's going on. Why is it two like indentations of fingernails on my titty? That's how hard he squeezed it, y'all. And I was wearing clothes. It's not like I was wearing a tank. It wasn't summer outside. It was spring. It's not like I was wearing a tank top or anything. I don't even remember what I was wearing. If I can find like footage, because I know I took pictures from that night. If I can find a picture of the outfit that I wore, y'all, I'm going to put it in this video so that y'all can see I wasn't even wearing nothing skimp. Like, you squeezed my shit that hard that your nails cut me through my clothes. That don't make no sense. And there's no reason why I should be coming home and now I'm injured because I was hanging out with you. Nah, not giving that. I'm looking at I'm like, oh nah, he's done. I was like, yeah, from that point, he's packed up, he's done. Let me get a garbage bag and throw the whole dude away, because no, first impression is a lasting impression. And now because that's one thing I don't play about my body. Like, and after that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to this dude. Nope. I don't care that we work at the same job. If he even think about looking in my direction, I don't know you at this point. I don't know you. And I didn't feel the need to like explain it to him, because it's like, if you don't think that you was doing too much, like, I don't know what to tell you. It's nothing wrong with copping a feel if we already on that type of time. But for you to just disregard me as a human being, like, I really felt like, okay, you're looking at me as like an object at this point, and you think it's fun to just water balloon. Like, what? Nah, bro. So the next day, I think, or whatever, next day I went back to work. Why wouldn't my coworkers, and mind you, this was a male coworker, why he came up to me and he was like,
oh, so a little birdie told me that you and Oxtail went out this weekend.
Huh? What? I'm like, who told you that? He was like, oh, I can't say, but you know, they said they saw y'all on the train, da-da-da-da. Ain't nobody see, okay, I can't say there's no way nobody saw us on the train, because our job was literally right by the train station, so it's really no telling. But like, the train that we was on, like, I didn't see nobody who we worked with. Like, I did not see nobody who we worked with. So at this point, I felt like dude was probably chatting. I don't know. Either he was chatting, maybe he was telling the truth, or maybe Oxtail was running his mouth. Because why does somebody feel comfortable to come up to me? And mind you, I didn't tell nobody at the job. I didn't tell anyone. Ain't no telling who he told. That's why I think I said this in the beginning of the video, you're not supposed to date, go out with, romantically people that you work with, because you don't even know if you could really trust that person to not come back to the job and start running their suckers. Yeah. So when my coworker came up to me and said that, I'm like, oh yeah, he's extra done. Like, I'm good, because I'm looking at my boob like it's a whole yo, if I could find a photo, y'all, because how I remember I was 20 years old and how it was right before I turned 21 was because I went to Miami for my 21st birthday, and it's a whole video of me where I'm wearing like a bathing suit and you can literally see the mark. No, not giving that at all. So yeah, that was basically that story, y'all. It wasn't really that long. I never talked to dude again. Like, I would see him at work and just look at him and look away. He started messing with some other Jamaican girl at the job. Like, she was fresh off the boat too, so I guess it was like a better fit. I'm not really sure, but I didn't really care. I was like, girl, you can have him. You can have him in his aggressive tail self. I don't want no parts. And that's basically the story time of my worst date ever, because it was definitely my worst date ever. And yeah, if you guys made it to the end, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification on so you know every time I post. And if y'all have any questions, comments, considerations, just comment below. And I'll see y'all on the next video.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for